So, crazy question for you about something crazy your kids have said to Santa. What is the craziest thing your kids have ever asked you or Santa for Christmas? We got this call from a woman that said that her son, she took him to the mall, he sat on Santa's lap, and he asked for a steak. And
That's
you said
great.
that your kids have asked for something crazy?
Well, usually over the past years, they haven't asked for anything crazy. But recently, because of a YouTube they've been watching, they asked for a life-size dunk tank that they want to put in the backyard so they can dunk daddy. And I'm like, whoa, slow down. I'm not storing some dunk tank in the backyard.
Can I contribute to the dunk tank?
Sure. They run about $5,000. So can we put you in for $1,000? I've been doing some research. It's crazy. They have some DIY, really modified dunk tanks that you can get for about $150. They're not as good of quality, but I told Levi, because he's all about it. He wants to dunk daddy in a dunk tank.
Why does he want to dunk daddy in a dunk tank?
Because he's watching it on YouTube and it looks super fun.
It's like a thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is scary.
So I told him that we could rent one for his birthday. So he's all about that. So coming up in August, we will be renting a dunk tank. If y'all want to come over and dunk Matt.
But that's not till August. I feel like someone in the Fish family
has a dunk tank
to step in and help out. Or is it that, I see the craziest stuff on Facebook Marketplace all the time. Sometimes I just check it just for fun.
Yeah.
Just to be like, what crazy thing is somebody selling? And maybe there's a dunk tank on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that's his responsibility and mommy's responsibility.
You're
I'm
right.
not about it. I'm not about it.
Santa has his ways.
It's like 45 degrees outside. You know how horrible it would be to be dunked in.
Better.
No, that's terrible.
Somebody's
Not interested. Not interested.
Maybe
However,
Sean can build one. My boyfriend Sean can help me
maybe
build one.
we could turn it into some kind of jacuzzi where you fill it up with hot water.
Hey kids,
then that's
it's
doable.
A dunk tank for kids and like a hot tub for moms and dads.
There are many nights when my kids don't want to take showers or baths. So maybe we take them out to the dunk tank and they would more
dunk
likely
tank, aka hot tub in the backyard.
Right.
I
There you
like
go.
this idea. Okay.
But that's just
right.
not very visually appealing to have this big old dunk tank in your backyard.
Not good for
Yeah.
home values are going up anyway, pretty much no matter what you do at this point.
This
in
house has some
Sacramento.
special features, including a dunk tank in the backyard. All right, Tom Daves, how much can you give me for that?
What about you? Cynthia likes the idea. She says, now you're talking. If your kids ask for anything crazy this year, my kids are boring. I'm like a little bummed. I want them to ask for something more. They were with their dad for Thanksgiving. And so Black Friday, I was doing some shopping online. And I sent him a text, now taking Christmas submissions, deadline noon.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And my son, they're like teens and tweens, right? So my son, Andy's like, hoodies, but I want to pick them out. So it's like I can't even, how dare I possibly pick out clothes for my 15-year-old, 13-year-old, and 11-year-old. And that's all they want at this point.
It seems like they just want cash and gift cards.
Yeah.
Let us buy whatever we want. But for me, that takes all the fun out of it. I'm like, no, I am adamantly against gift cards and cash. I think Christmas should be about thinking about the person.
No.
But see, there's no thought put into that.
That is thinking about the person.
That's anti-Christmas.
Trust me, I will get a better gift for myself because of your gift card.
Well, then you don't get a Christmas gift. Because Christmas is about thoughtfulness and giving.
It is.
And so you should think about the person. Like, I don't even like when you ask people, what do you want? Like, what's the fun in that? What do you want? Okay, I'll go out and get it. Here you go. I got you what you asked for.
Yeah.
It should be a little bit more thoughtful and you considering the person. And
but most people are not good at being thoughtful.
That's true. That's true. And I think people get lazy. They're like, oh, I'll just get him a gift card.
Right, I would rather, I would rather you not get me anything.
Well, there you go.
Some kind of token gift. Right?
Right.
That's like, here, I picked this out.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not a thoughtful gift either. It should be thoughtful. What will what will make this person happy? But a lot of times it's about giving. So yeah, it's not about sometimes you take more joy in giving the person the thing than the
True.
person. I've gotten a lot of lousy gifts, and
A lot more lousy ones than probably.
But
good
my
ones.
wife taught me that like gifts that my family has given us,
Yeah.
and I just want to get rid of it. But my wife has taught me, hey, it brought them joy to give them that. You should be appreciative
Yeah.
of that, of the effort they went and giving them joy.
Keep it for
So-
at least like 6 months or something.
right.
Cynthia says her kids want cowboy boots. That's cool.
That's interesting.
Those are expensive. Cowboy boots can be
Yeah.
really expensive, but that is really cool. Maybe it's like some kind of trend. How old are your kids, Cynthia? I'm curious if that's something my kids are going to start asking for.
Yeah. It's just.
Is that like a cool thing right now?
My wife has created Amazon lists that she just sends to the family. It's just
that's nice.
Nothing crazy. I mean, when I was a kid,
But that's not as thoughtful.
that's true. But they're kids.
But
they're
you
kids.
well, that's what I'm saying. My teenagers. I think
That's
what
true.
I'm going to do is just take them shopping at the mall. But like, at least you have to spend time with your mother.
Right.
To pick out your gifts, at least so it'll be like I'm getting a gift, but my teenagers actually hanging out with me, and they're getting exactly what they want.
You're not crafty, right? You could make them
The
something.
glue guns give me post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, but just to bring me joy, I would love for you to make something for your kids. Make them a
make
sweater.
them dinner.
Wait.
They should be happy. I make them food.
But your son wants a hoodie. I would love and my wife can help teach you. Make a hoodie for your son. Come on, it would be epic.
My mother, I knit scarves. I could knit them all scarves.
Really?
And they'd be like, you need to wear this to school.
I think it would be a great idea.
With all of my spare time, I will sit and knit scarves.
During the morning show, you're knitting and doing the show. It'd be a great idea.
Wait a second, I got to play the next song.
Did you
Put my
ask for
knitting
anything
down.
crazy when you were a kid? What did you ask for when you were a kid?
I mean, I remember the year I asked for a Cabbage Patch Kid doll. This is gonna date me. Kids don't realize sometimes how hard those big gifts are to buy. And now I've been told stories of my parents trying to get me a Cabbage Patch Kid doll, and like my grandma was checking stores, and
really?
like she'd go to J.C. Penney when it opened.
Yeah.
There's no internet to track things, so she'd go to J.C. Penney when it opened just to see if one came in the shipment
man.
every single morning, and she even had somebody making one.
Really?
It was like the Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
And it was such a big deal that even people were having to make them. But somehow they found one, and I will never forget how big of a deal. Her name was Zelda Shannon. I still remember my Cabbage Patch Kids. So I still have her.
Do you?
She's in a bin in my garage, but I still have
waiting
my
to get
Cabbage
out
Patch
to
Kid
be
doll.
played with.
And that was the year that we were going on vacation for Christmas. We were going skiing.
Mm-hmm.
And so my parents had arranged Santa to come to our house before we left. And Santa came to the house and he took it out of his big red bag and put it.
How
out
old
there
were
for
you?
me. I must have been 8 or 9, maybe younger than that. Yeah.
So
I can see like the house and the room and the place where he gave it to me. Isn't that crazy?
that's so awesome.
Did you ever ask for anything crazy?
No. As a kid, we always wanted a Nintendo Entertainment System. And that was the thing to get when I was a kid. But it was too expensive. We couldn't afford a Nintendo Entertainment System, even if we could find one. And so we just thought it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
We're never going to get this. And all of our friends had Nintendo Entertainment Systems. My dad, who's a big yard sale person, happened to find one in a yard sale that was broken. It didn't work. He paid $3 for it, took it home, fixed it, figured it out how to fix it somehow. I don't know. Rewired it or something, came with a whole bunch of games, and we got that for Christmas. We were blown away. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we got this. And that
makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
That is an awesome dad.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the stuff. It's almost like that's the stuff that is the best part of being a parent this time of year. Like kids, I remember being a kid, you're so excited for Christmas. Right, about all this stuff. But also it's like you kind of want to have those moments with your kids as a parent that you want them to freak out of a gift on
It's true.
Christmas, and you want to do everything you can. I remember my dad and I one year, my daughter Emily must have been 4 years old, and I don't know if she wanted a Barbie house or I just wanted her to have a cool Barbie dream house, but we stayed up all night because I wanted it put together. So when she came down the stairs, it's like Barbie dream house,
Yeah.
right? And she can instantly play with it. So that was a nice idea at the time until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know.
And 5 arguments later, my dad and I are still trying to put together the Barbie dream house. But it was worth it every
I've
year.
heard those take a long time to
Every
put
year,
together.
he reminds me, remember when we put together the Barbie dream house? I'm like, yeah. So when you get one for Ruby, get
Yeah.
one off Facebook Marketplace. It's already put together.
Yeah, it's true. We have a
Yeah.
friend who just bought one, and he said it's like 8 hours putting it together.
All on Christmas
It's
Eve.
crazy. Yeah. So you're right. I will definitely get one that's already put together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can
Do
you
you
imagine?
do that for your? I started doing that when my kids were your kids' age. I started when they were all into toys because they would unwrap a toy and want to play with it instantly,
Yeah.
right? So I took everything out of packages.
Oh, really?
Put everything together.
No, we haven't done
And
that.
I like the Barbies were the worst, right? Because they have like all the twisties
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the little things, and you're trying to get the doll out, and you're like, ah, and you're like mad on Christmas morning. Instead, I took them out of all the
That's
packaging.
cool. That's a great
I
idea.
put batteries in the ones that needed batteries, and that was one of my favorite Christmas mornings. It took forever, which I was fine with.
Do you
because
repackage it and wrap it?
I think I did. If I could, I put it back in the box, without all the strings attached
Sure.
and the batteries.
That's a
in
smart
it,
idea.
So they could instantly take it out and play.
Because
with
you're
it.
right. It's like a half hour easy to take it out of the box and put batteries in it, get it
Yeah.
working. You're right. That's a great
And
idea.
then they end up like getting impatient with
yeah.
you, and then you end
They're
up
on
getting,
to the next toy.
Yeah, and you get impatient with them, and you're like, "That's Christmas. We're supposed to be happy." But
It's true. You're right. You're right.
that's fine. If you'd like, I am only buying hoodies this year, so I will live vicariously through you. I will come help you and your wife put together the toys.
together toys,
because I
yeah.
think that would be fun.
That is a smart idea. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
It's a fun one. Well, we always love hearing from you, and thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you watching the show and weighing in and commenting. We have a Christmas tree in our studio.
We have
now.
this is our fish Christmas tree. Mike got it for $10 on Amazon.
Is that where that came from?
Yeah.
It looks like a $10
Mike's like, hey,
Christmas
we don't
tree.
have anything festive. We're supposed to be your Christmas station, and we have nothing in the studio to reflect Christmas. So
don't.
Mike got a $10 tree, artificial, of course. And
This is our budget.
It's cool though.
We actually have no budget. I bet you Mike paid for that on his
He
own.
did. I was
You
like,
don't
buddy,
need to pay for-
could have used the company credit card.
Put
but
in a couple bucks.
it's
That was
pretty though. It's got a
thoughtful.
star, and I like it. I
And
just
things are
broke
falling
it.
off
I
of it. Mm-hmm.
just broke it. That's what you get for $10. You get a tree with ornaments that fall off.
That's pretty cute.
I think it's cool.
We need to put some garland up or something. You're right.
Yeah, here's the thing. Who's going to take it down afterwards? If we put up Christmas decorations in the fish, it will be here all summer long. Nobody will take it down. We will have Christmas decorations up all year long.
The lobby is decorated beautifully,
Is it?
so that is enough. Well, the
No.
lobby of the building.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I walked in this morning and I was like, oh, wow, look at that. I don't think they did that last year. It was beautiful.
Oh, they did not because of
Yeah.
COVID. They did not. You're right. So they did it this year.
I was like, whoa. This was my first time seeing how beautiful our lobby is, all decorated for Christmas.
Well,
Very
they're
festive.
supposed to decorate our fish lobby as well.
Okay.
But we recently just lost our receptionist to Texas. And so we're.
If you're looking for a job,
Yeah.
we're hiring
That's
a
right.
receptionist, right? We still haven't filled
You
out the
have to
position.
know how to decorate a lobby.
Yes.
We have a tree. We have the decor.
Yep.
We just need somebody to come and help us decorate.
And unfortunately, you have to deal with all my Amazon packages that arrive at the.
Why do you have them delivered to work? You're like Scott, our sales guy. He does the same
I
thing.
just feel safer that way because I know someone's here and then I need it at work.
See, that's a
sometimes.
risk to me though, because
Yeah.
what if they're delivering it at 6 p.m.
That's
and then
happened, and you don't
it's
get it till the
delayed
next
because
day.
nobody's here. So I learned my lesson not to do that. I even have packages that are for the station for projects and events delivered to my house. Because I've experienced where we didn't get the product because the office was closed.
But I use it to disguise Christmas gifts.
That's smart.
Because one year I actually got a trampoline. I'm trying to end this. I got a trampoline. I think it was last year, 2 years ago. And it arrived, and my kids got home from school before I did, and the box on the outside was a picture of the dang gift.
So what happened?
I ruined the big gift for Christmas.
Oh, man, that stinks.
Because, like, Mom, we're getting a trampoline for Christmas. I'm like, what? It was
they called you.
Well, yeah, it was out the front door, sitting out the front door in the box. There should be a law that law during the Christmas season that the outside of the box cannot be a picture of what's in it.
Yeah. So what happened? You just opened it up and that was it?
Merry Christmas, guys. Wow. I mean, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So we put it together and they got
I would have thought of something. I was like, it must have came to the wrong address.
For the neighbors.
Yeah, it came to the wrong address.
They wouldn't have believed
They wouldn't have fallen for it.
They knew.
Like, whatever. We already got it set up. We're bouncing on it right now.
Yep. Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And please continue to invite your friends. We're playing all Christmas music. It would mean so much. You say, hey, you got to listen to the Christmas music on 103.9 The Fish. It would be wonderful.
Well, it's a great opportunity to share what we're different, obviously. The Fish is different than any other radio station in Sacramento. And our way of reaching out to the community, to people that don't necessarily listen to this kind of music the rest of the year, this is our opportunity to open our doors, kind of like an open house. Yeah. Come on in. We're playing Christmas music. Yeah. And hopefully they hear positive messages about Christ. And it's a great opportunity to reach those people who wouldn't otherwise listen to our station. So that's why we want you to share what we're doing with your friends and family so that they can experience the joy that we all get to experience.
Well said. Thank you. Choose joy. That's what we're all about. Have an amazing day and a great start to your week. And I got to click the stop button. The stop button is just, there it is.